Alright. Tuesday. Just now able to get on to just check the vaults. Starting with my mage. Got several vaults, not as much as last week. Ooh. Hyper thread wrist wrap for my fire mage. It is good. Those were just open world stuff just for socket. I only had the one slot, but the one slot gamble paid off. That's a good get. Starting the week off strong. Update that so I don't use the old ones. Alright. I didn't do as many keys as I did the other week, so we're gonna be jumping around. Go to my Demon Hunter next, because that one has only 2 slots plus raid. With this vault opening, the turbo event opened up, so crests are uncapped. Crafted item levels increase, but you also have to, you gotta purchase the crest that you originally were using plus an augment thing. Get exactly what it's called sold from the same vendor though. Alright, on the Demon Hunter, we are opening up in Vengeance. I'm opening this up. How many gilded do I have? 116. Alright, so yeah, crit verse plus speed. Miniature roulette wheel. We got the waist. We got 2 trinkets that I don't need. I don't think the Azarok Resonating Heart's any good, but just to be safe, let us go to Archon. Open up the Havoc and the Vengeance one. Trinkets is not used in the Vengeance. Then going to the Havoc. My 2 trinkets that I currently have of House Cards and Sephorium. That probably will not out DPS that, but just to be totally safe, without me simming it, going to Blood Mallet, looking at their single target sim, patchwork, House of Cards. Well, what does my House of Cards go up to? 665, right? Oh, 670. Is that 671? Let's take a look. The new 8 out of 8 heroic would go up to
How fare you?
What is that? 671. Alright, so 671 House of Cards on Blood Mallet. Not listed, but a 672 is 7.91 versus the Azarok at fully upgraded is 7.71 at 678, but we got 2 additional things, so that's gonna be 84. So if every 5, 672 to 678, it went up by 0.5, 665 to 672. That's 7, up by 0.4 roughly.
May you find what you seek.
Plus, how am I doing on my... Alright, so... I take tokens, I could get half a spark. I'm behind on spark, I believe. Because there's no way that I, the half spark this week would be additional one there. The tokens would give me a spark. I'm only missing shoulder, helm, and ring. Shoulder, helm, and a ring. Yeah, I don't think I think I take tokens. It is. If I was like actually like, you know, if I mainly DPS, I would actually sim it out for the if the trinket would outdo my hero as the cards plus the pacemaker, but house cards just does so much even at the hero level that I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. Alright, so the next character we're gonna jump to is gonna be my warrior. Warrior only has 2 myth track slots. I did get a third one just so I could take tokens if I don't luck out. Alright, we are opening in protection. Yep. Alright, protection loot spec. We are hoping for a shield. Haven't seen a shield on any of my shield tanks this season. There is no shield. We got a myth track tiered helm already. And a Cujo's flame vent. Plus a world item. Flame vent I know is not a good trinket. It wasn't back in BFA, and it still isn't, and it wasn't even good during the time it came back in, I want to say, Shadowlands. So we definitely take the helm, because it's main stat. Or, you know, it's high stat value, because helm, chest, and legs. Biggest armor stat value, followed by shoulder... shoulders, gloves, belts, boots. Plus it's got speed, and you gotta go fast. So we take that. And I don't want to look at that helm. I think the plate set is very bland for warrior this season. Get back to its normal stuff. Alright. Now I just got my monk and my 3 paladins left. Go to the monk. Monk actually has 3. 2 of my paladins only have 2 slots, and the main pally's got 3. Haven't been recording as much for the other channel. Been a lot of just farming runs. But I'll try to get some monk ones up there, mix it up instead of just being majority, like 80% all paladin runs, maybe probably even higher than that. I only have a handful of non-paladin runs on that one, so we are opening up in Brewmaster because I only go into the other specs when I'm trying to get gear for somebody else. Got my monk up to 663, so we had some pretty decent gains. Alright, so myth track legs, which that's good. Myth track chest, that's also good. My tier on this one is the PvP ones. So that's I guess that technically could have been a mistake. I was just real desperate to get the gear, catalyze it, and have tier, and I don't really go into the raid on my ults. So crit haste or crit verse. Going off that, the better one for me to get, because these two are the same stat value and I mainly tank, I'm going to want the crit verse, because for Brewmaster, the stats are crit verse. Yeah. we go with that. Got crit, or we got Mythtrek legs. Catalyze into crit first. Let's go see if we got a catalyst charge. We do. Catalyze now? Probably do. A PvE gear. That on there. Same. Good. Alright. Three paladins now. We'll go with 2B next. This was mainly meant to be my DPS paladin, but I pretty much just only tank this season. Already got a 2 weapon, so I'm just opening up in prospect for all 3 of my paladins, at least until they get the shield. The other 2 pallies, not 2B, have the trinkets they need, so once I get a shield, I could open up in different specs on them. Alright, we are in protection. 669, 191 crest. A mythic tome of Light's Devotion, or a one-hand weapon with not the correct stats. I'm gonna go with the tome, because I use that on all my other paladins. It is very, very, very good. And I don't actually have one. Actually, no, I do have one. It's just hero. But yeah. I believe I have a... Yeah, I don't have a shield. I think it's going to be the better investment because I'm still helping out for a one-hand weapon. But... this one has speed. Okay, so this one has speed, which gotta go fast. That's a huge bonus. One-hand weapon, not the right stats, but I could purchase with a dinar a trinket from dungeons. So like I can't do it yet because this character hasn't done all 12s yet. But that's just because we've been doing, you know, vault farm keys. I go with the speed. Yeah. Reason I go with the speed is I can purchase a pacemaker or a signet once I finish those 12s, and with our eye levels going up, we'll probably definitely be pushing all our alts up into 12s across the board. So that's another good get. Go to rail. Second pally was meant to be my holy pally. I do holy PvP on that pally. Haven't really done any holy on PvE. For this one, I do have a one hand, I believe. First things first, let's make sure protection, yep. Alright. Manager. Yep. I got the Bell Rider's Bisector, crit haste, one hand weapon. So we open up in protection. Alright, so Mythic Pants with Avoidance, but I already have Mythic Pants. The Avoidance would be great. That one is just the World Slut, but a Haste Mastery proper stats for Pally Tank. I don't think there's crit haste gloves. No gloves from Cinder Brew. Gloves from here, go like this. Go hands, so haste first. Nothing there. Double check Cinder. No, no. There's haste mastery. Nothing there. Crit mastery, which would be good for DPS, and verse mastery. So these are, I do believe that these gloves from Floodgate would be the best. I don't really raid on this character, but from the raid there's only one set of gloves. The tier gloves go into item set over here is haste first, so that's not necessarily amazing. But we do go with the gloves. Sucks to be giving up avoidance, but you know, this is the specific stats for the gloves that I need. We are giving up avoidance, but I would just be replacing my mythic boot, my mythic pants for it, and if I don't raid, I only get one shot at a mythic piece each week. But that's an upgrade that we use, that's usable. We take those every time. Let's see, what did my guild eat? Alright, so that was the second paladin. Now to the main pally. Alright, on the main pally, we're in protection loot spec. Currently, we're hoping for a shield because we do have a one hand on this one. It's not the right stats for that one hand. Yeah, crit verse. Alright, so right off the bat, what we have in here is a mythic ring, which, you know, it's a good ring for Paladin, Haste Mastery. But we have the same gloves I got in the second pally, but with Leech. And then we got a Mythic Helm. I already had the Mythic Helm last week. I can craft a ring. I have a spark there. I'm pretty sure... I think it's a half spark week, right? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's a half spark week, so next week I could craft an additional ring and be 675 in every slot. Unless I don't remember picking up a myth track ring that I for some reason didn't equip. But I do take this. I take the gloves. Most definitely take the glove. The ring would be nice. The gloves with leech are very specific. That any of my sets. Let's go check out what the weeklies are. Alright.
You are acknowledged.
I'm walking for a normal piece of raid gear.
Bit by bit,
Discs.
we'll get our memories back.
Operation Floodgate, so that'll definitely get done this week while I'm doing keys. 75, and there is turbo boost, cartel chips, defeat any bosses on normal difficulty or higher, or any 4 mythic dungeons. So that will be done via the mythic dungeons for me. And just because I do enjoy doing the PvP stuff, I'll go check out what that is real quick before I end the video.
Make it quick, please.
Undermine.
We have a tight schedule. Conversation terminated.
Solo shuffle.
Be safe.
And
May
normal
your path
battleground.
Be free of danger.
That's pretty easy. Alright. So with the event, where you guys get the stuff to upgrade the crafted gear is going to be find the Underbind Gilded Crest, or whatever crest you're on, and then you've got the augment right here.
My directive has been fulfilled.
The difference between like upgrading crafted gear versus upgrading the main items is the Valor Stone cost. Crafted items are going to be a lot quicker to upgrade, because all this stuff right here is going to take 190 to 380. 180 for those, 160, and risk is, let's see, 100 to 100. So wrists and cloak are gonna be 100. Hands was 160, I believe. So going from 400, yeah. So 160 for gloves, belt, boots, shoulders. 160. 190 for the main pieces of armor, so that's helm, chest, legs.
Fair skies and strong.
And then what was it, 160 for the this, so 300 to that, so 100 for
Farewell.
cloak and wrists. So if you're wanting quicker gains, you're going to want to upgrade your crafted pieces first, just because that's going to save you crest. But if you have a bunch of crest stored up, you can go ahead and craft these ones, because you'll probably get more main stat out of main pieces, 'cause you're likely not to have crafted main pieces. Anywho, guys, hope you guys enjoy your week. Hope it's a good grind. A lot of keys. The Valor Stones need to be farmed to upgrade everything. Crest. Hopefully there's something good for you guys to purchase. If you guys enjoyed the video, catch you guys in the next one. Bye.